Hello YouTube, welcome to the dojo. You're here with Samurai Man, and today we have the FansToys Scoria. It's supposed to be a masterpiece version of Slag, the Dinobot. And wow, he looks amazing. This is a really awesome figure. And wow, he is just hefty, diecast, chrome, beautifulness. This is all just a beautiful, nice done. I believe the horns are diecast. I think the head's just plastic, but it is nice chrome. The feet here, all these like little shiny metal feet pieces are all die cast. These up here, these are die cast. Trying to think of what else. I think that's it. Just like these are the feet for robot mode die cast. These feet dino mode die cast, and then the horns. So that's really awesome. He is very, very shiny. Got nice more chrome up here. And you can see some more of the inner workings of the molding and the paint apps. Very nice, very robotic looking. I love that. Got these kind of shiny bits in here. It's like chromed on the inside, and they gave us a dark, clear plastic to give it a nice effect, kind of like how it was in the 80s toy. I don't have it, unfortunately, but that's how it was. You know, just check out the tail. Is a bit of articulation. Well, we'll go over articulation here. Some more paint apps here in the back, just to keep it even all over. Just look at this exquisite molding. I mean, they did not miss anything. Everything is just molded in a very robotic, electronic way that I love it. Very nice. So yes, very cool. Some paint here and the gears. Nice, nice, nice. And also, no robot showing at all in this guy. The only thing that you could possibly see as robotic is maybe this chest right here. Maybe. Even that's very well covered and blends in. So yeah, nothing really giving off any robot parts, which I love about these Masterpiece Dinobots. So very nicely executed. And I do like the eye. You see here the eye is a shiny blue plastic instead of just painted blue. So that's a nice little touch. The Scoria does come with this little bio card. Very nicely done. Very tough. It's like a credit card basically. Cool little picture on the front. Iron Diebots. Ooh, Diebots. I wonder what that means. FT-04-1 Scoria. FansToys. So we take a look at the back. You have him in his robot mode and dino mode, which looks really cool. You got the stats here. It's all in kanji, so I don't know what it says. I can't tell you what the stats are. They're 9, 4, 3, 9, 4, 7, 8, 7. I'm assuming 9 and 9 are probably like endurance and strength. I'm assuming 3 is intelligence. 4 and 4 are probably speed and agility, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. 7, 8, 7, trying to think what the categories are. Probably like blast, probably like blaster, melee, and other stuff, but very cool. Do like that. And then at the bio, it does say, I don't know how well. Bio, I'll go ahead and read it out loud. You probably can't read it. It says Scoria. He has a perverse personality, okay. Love in disguise form of Triceratops. So he likes being a Triceratops. Using high temperature flame ejected from the mouth. Okay, flamethrower mouth. There you go. That's what I was talking about. To make his enemies to melt. Yes. Yes, it does. The horn on the head can easily destroy a building. High energy, light gun, and flame lightsaber are his favorite weapon. Yes, he does enjoy using a sword and a gun, according to this poorly written bio. He don't like anyone beside his teammates, even spray flame to the enemy and companion at the same time when excited. Okay, so friend or foe, he's gonna shoot flames at you. So obviously this was written by somebody whose first language isn't English, because these third-party companies usually have lots of Japanese and Chinese writings on them. I don't know why. I always kind of imagine being American third-party companies, but who knows? Maybe they're not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are foreign. Because all the bios do have English, but sometimes they're not the best way written. And then stuff like this, we have like the kanji. So I'm not exactly sure how these third-party companies work, but there you have it. Now for the articulation. He can bring his head down, I believe. No, up. You can bring it up. Down, not so much. It is pretty well locked into place. But that's fine. He can bring it side to side on a ratchet. You hear that. So yeah, one ratchet on each side. And as you see, his mouth is just like, ooh. Yeah, his mouth does open. Kind of loose, but I mean, it stays. There you go. You can see on the inside, kind of, there's that black bit, which is really cool. That's actually supposed to be his flamethrower. So that looks really nice. I do like the fact that they added the flamethrower just like the MP08 Grimlock has. Because the Dinobots were known for having flamethrowers for some reason. I don't know why, but they gave the Dinobots flamethrowers, and it's cool. Horns, actually, I mean, if you want to count that, you can do that with his horns. Looks kind of weird, but you can do it. It's an option. Yeah, his mouth, yes, his mouth is a bit loose, but whatever. These shoulders here are robot mode shoulders. They can go 360. I mean, once you transform them, they won't have all this junk in the way, so we can get 360. And then they have these bends here. So it's like an elbow bend for robot mode. Doesn't go backwards, but still. The feet actually do have some ankle tilt. They're going to be the hand/wrists. So there is ankle tilt there. I do like that. And then, oh yeah, they come out sideways. That far, that's it, but that's enough. So you can get something out of him, like he's about to charge or something. I don't know. I don't know what type of noises Triceratops makes. Ooh, there we go. These legs, they do rotate. They're very solid, as you can see. Like, you have to put a little bit of force if you want them to move. I think they're on a ball, I believe. So they do go kind of in and out also. So very nice also. They do have a little bit of rotation due to transformation, but you see the feet do go back a little. Again, if you want like a charging pose or stopping or whatever. These feet don't have any tilt or anything in them, just here at the knees. But that's all it really needs. I don't think it needs that much. The tail now, it does have a little bit of wag in it. You can bring it out, you know. Well, we can see it proper. Can bring it out left and right. That's about it. And a little bit down and up. If you bring it up though, it's part of transformation, so it will pop out. It does kind of, it doesn't really lock too well. I mean, you hear it lock, but it doesn't really stay. There's nothing, it just kind of hooks onto the bottom panel here. So yeah, but I mean, as long as you're not doing anything, it's not gonna come undone. So it's just like if you grab it like I was doing, then it's gonna move. So nothing really to worry about. So yeah, so you can see this is a very, very well done G1 version of Slag. I'm so glad I got it. Unique Toys is doing an amazing job. I think Quakewave was their first figure, and I decided to hold off on that, and I'm regretting it. So I'm going to try snagging myself a Quakewave eventually. But I do have Snarl and Swoop pre-ordered as, trying to think of their Unique Toys names. I want to say Swoop is Dive? No, that doesn't sound right. Something, whatever. But, oh, by the way, Swoop does have two versions if you want a Swoop. If you want both, get both. If you want just toy accurate version, they have a red version, which is toy accurate for the G1. If you want the G1 cartoon accurate version, they have the blue one, which is more accurate to the cartoon, which is what I have, pre-ordered at least. So, there you go. I imagine Snarl's going to be basically the same molding, just retooled, you know, different heads, spikes on the top. But we'll see. I mean, I'm not too sure on that. I'm just going off pictures and just the basic anatomy of a dinosaur, you know. They were similar, you know. So there we have it. So here I have Scoria and Grimlock together, and as you see, they are very big. I have to go a little outside my borders here just so you can see them. They are very big, beefy masterpieces, and I think they scale pretty well together. Scoria might be a little bigger than he should be for a Triceratops versus a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but for him, I think they were scaling him more with the MP10 Optimus Prime, which is the new scaling system, so I think they were going for that. Whereas Grimlock came out before Optimus Prime, so they kind of just made a good, decent-sized figure and put him out. But still, aesthetically, and they look great together. They both have beautiful chrome, beautiful diecast. Their paint both has like kind of that swirly look to it. They've got that same chromed-out gears and such on the inside, and then they put some dark plastic on the outside. They both have that in various places. Both have the same paint apps for the circuitry on the sides here. There you go, there's the tails. Both of them have it all chromed out. So yes, very awesome. They look great together. I cannot wait for this set to be complete. Oh my dear lord, I am so excited for these Dinobots, these masterpiece Dinobots. I just can't, you don't even understand how much I want these Dinobots to be finished. So, awesome, awesome, awesome. And just to point out, this is pretty much the year of the Dinobots. I don't know how that was planned or coincidental. I have no idea. But this year was definitely the year of the Dinobots. I want to say last year was probably the year of the Combiners, maybe. Technically, it's like this year, last year. Because they've been, you know, holding out and stuff. But yeah, it definitely feels like this year is the year of the Dinobots. Because we've got Unique Toys making their versions. Fans Project just... Or no, I'm sorry, not Unique Toys. FansToys. Did I keep calling this guy's Unique Toys the whole time? Ah, shoot. I'll correct myself, but FansToys, 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 this is FansToys. So yes, FansToys Dinobots are coming out Masterpiece style. Fans Projects just announced their Dinobots. Those are going to be, I believe, the Fall of Cybertron style. They look like it, so they're probably going to be that. They're starting with Sludge. So if you want to get those are coming out. Project X, they've had their Dinobots. I think they were the first actually to do the Dinobots. They had their Kaelis swoop basically for Fall of Cybertron. I just got him at Anime Expo, so that's awesome. They did announce they're doing Sludge next also. So I think I'm gonna go. I know Fans Project is doing it. I love Fans Projects, but I think I'm gonna stay with Project X. Just because I think their version might be a little more game accurate, just from what I've seen. I saw that swoop picture, like the prototype, and it didn't really seem that game accurate. But I don't know. I might switch over depending on whose is better. But I'm pretty much at this point, I think I'm going to stay with Project X and get their version of Sludge. So very nice. This is the year of the Dinobots, plus the movies. The movies, they're all about Dinobots. We got plenty of those coming. So yeah, just Dinobots everywhere. How many times can I say Dinobots in one video? Woo! Let's move on. You can see here I do have Grimlock set out because Scoria actually does come with these two little components here that are specifically for Grimlock, the MPO8 Grimlock. And they don't have anything to do with Scoria, just Grimlock. So what I'm going to show you is you pull out these black tabs, and they have two separate purposes. One for Dino mode, one for Robot mode. And I can't get them. Come on. There we go. Maybe if I just let it flop out. There you go, just let them flop out. But anyways, here we have these two blocky bits, and what you want to do is there's two pegs in this side and two holes on this side. Just line them up. These also have little tabs inside that connect to each other as well. And there we go. Now they're locked into place. What you want to do is we have these two like rocket packs here on the back. So what you're gonna do is there's these grooves on the sides. Just pretty much just put it in. It's gonna fit nice, snug. Then there's openings here at the top. And now he's got like a rocket, not a rocket, but like a laser thing on his back. So very cool, yes. At least they gave it double functionality because it mostly serves a purpose in, at least I think, in robot mode. I don't know if he had anything like this in the show. I'll have to rewatch the show and find out. But if he did, awesome. There we go. There's another piece for him to go with. If not, awesome. There's just something you can do. There's our transformation. I'm going to start from the back here. And just to show off, this spike on the tail is spring-loaded. Because what you want to do is there's a black tab here and a black tab up here. This black tab you want to push down with your finger. I'm assuming your fingernail, but I don't have any. So just push the tail in and it locks into place. You push this and it'll pull it out. So that's how that works. Storage, good. Untab it, fold it up, untab it, fold it up, untab it, fold it up. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 segments that have hinges. So let's get that all out of the way for now. We'll leave it there. You want to take we'll just start with the, oops, it goes down. So the way the mouth is, it's on a double hinge up here and, no, I'm sorry, not a double hinge up there. It has a double hinge in the jaw and at the bottom part of the mouth. There's a double hinge there and there. So what we're going to do is bring it inward, kind of just like push it inward, and then bring it upward. So now the mouth is covered and it's inside there. The bottom half of the mouth is gone. This is also on a double hinge, the bottom of the Triceratops mane. We're going to bring it up and bring it around. There you go. Just makes a little more room. Fold out the horns just because that looks cooler in robot mode. Yeah, that's really it. Doesn't get out of the way or anything. I think it's the same amount of space being used, but just get them out of the way there. So we'll go ahead and untab his, I guess, waist area. Not really. Well, I guess, yeah, untab, because the way it works is there's this little peg and this weird shaped joint that slides into the chrome here. So we'll get that done out of the way. Open up the inner chest with all this very nice molding. Open that up. Let's get the head out going just to get out of the way now. Fold it up. It's going to tab in. Not very securely, but it does tab in. This, on the other hand, tabs in very securely. This is really stiff and hard to pull out. It took me a while to figure it out, but I pretty much grab from this end and bring it down. I'll show you that when I transform him back into his dino mode later on. So there we go. Head's done. Bring out again these like wing panels. I don't know. All the Dinobots for some reason have wing panels, but there's that. Next, we're going to split the whole back of the body, which is a tad difficult, I will say. This whole body segment is very secure, so you just want to split it open. And you can see there's a big old gap now. And of course, you're going to rotate the legs out. Or actually, what we'll do is we'll untab the parts here, these panels, just to make a little more clearance. And we're going to untab it, or I mean pull out the leg. There we go. These big old die-cast pieces were just stuck. They are gripping for life. They did not want to transform. There you go. So fold out these legs, rotate them forward, and then fold them out. Again, rotate them forward and fold them out. Now we have a similar design here as we did with Grimlock, the MP08. What you're going to do is just bring up the waist and then bring down the thigh. So one side's straight, one side's all weird. Bring it up, bring it down. So now we have all this crazy googly mesh going on with the legs. So what we're going to do is split these feet completely up, bring them down. There is a peg on each side for which the each side of the foot does tab in, or a tab hole, I guess. So do it on both sides. They are connected through this here black piece, so they like to like pop out if one doesn't stay right. So next up, fold out this piece and fold out the front knee just to make some room. This can be a bit tough, but it's doable. I mean, obviously, I've transformed this a couple of times, so again, this is on a very tight ball. So what we're going to do is take this, bring it around, just make sure it clears everything. What you want to do is take this panel here, again, same as Grimlock, bring it down. It's kind of like a thruster panel. Just keep that out of the way, because if you don't get that out of the way, there's not going to be enough room for clearance. So now that that's out of the way, bring this around and pull out this panel. There we go. Just make sure it's secure. Bring up this. Once all this stuff locks into place, you know you've done it right. So there we go. 1 foot. Oh wait. There we go. Now 1 foot is done. And look at that. Look how perfect and firm and condensed this foot is. All that dino mode is put away. This looks like a foot. Can you even see any dinosaur pieces in this? This is amazing. That's so well done. Props to FansToys for that. To get some room, pull down this weird thruster panel that fills out the foot. Your foot. Rotate this dino foot around. Yeah, it's really hard to do it on camera. We'll do my best. There we go. So you cover up the Triceratops feet, because then this side's not going to go if it's not right. There we go, locked into place. Woo! He's coming there. He's getting there. We're almost done. Next, just to get out of the way, we'll fold up the tail into a backpack. There is a deep crevice there, as you can see. And that's just where the tip of the tail goes, just to make sure it's secure and nothing will scratch up. They give you that big old deep hole. And is it in all the way? There you go. It'll stay. It doesn't peg in or anything, but it will stay. So there we go. All we need left are the hands. Let me talk about these hands. They are really difficult to get out, and I'll tell you why. My issue is these panels. Basic fold-out panels. You flip the panel, fold out the hand. Thing is, these panels are really, really, really tight. I don't think I've really ever needed any tools to open up to help me out with my toys before, but I needed a letter opener for this. No way I was going to open this up without a letter opener. There you go. Because I tried doing it before and it really hurt my nail. I tried doing it with my nail and it hurt. I think I got one open once with my nail, but that was it. You can hear it's super tight and secure. This one's even more so. I just want to be careful not to like damage the insides. There we go. See, it's really tight because there is some nice molding in there that I don't want to mess up with the letter opener, so I'm trying to be as careful as possible. Wrist down. There we go. So yeah, very basic wrist, but that panel though is just whew, giving me trouble. And the very last bit of transformation I forgot is you want to extend out the arms. Again, very subtle, but it helps. Makes his arms a little longer. So there you go. Transformation done. So here we have Scoria fully transformed, and yeah, he is a behemoth. He's big. Dinobots are big, so he is quite large himself. Looks great. Love him. I love the head sculpt. He's got a nice little platform here for an Autobot logo, just begging for it. So for the articulation, as you can see, you can bend him at the elbows. He does have a little wrist up and down movement, double wrist actually, because the feet go down, and then plus this. So quite a bit of wrist. Each finger has two hinges. So you can get them in any finger pose you need. They're really tough. These hinges are incredibly tough. Except for the thumb, I think he has one. Yep, the thumb only has that ball joint hinge, while the rest are fully articulated on their own. Now the shoulders can rotate, but this one seems a tad loose if you just... Okay, now it's not being loose, but before it seemed like it was being loose. Ratchet out the shoulders, and then you can also swivel at the bicep. So the joints are pretty firm for the most part. It was just this one was giving me trouble yesterday, but now it seems fine. The legs do have a very nice ratcheted knee joint. Even with all the die cast, it's holding, so very well done on that. You can bring them out. They're not on a ratchet here at the thigh, but you can bring out the thighs. Can rotate, as you can see. Very nice. Again, ratchety. Ankles do have a little bit there. You can bring them side to side. So that's cool. Nothing with the up and down. I mean, a little bit slightly, very subtle, but that's pretty much it for the ankles. Head, free, ball joint. It is supposed to come off because he does come with two separate heads, and I'll go over why later. And that's it for the articulation. There's a lot. As you see, there is a ton of articulation. You can get really any pose. Don't worry about diecast being an issue. The diecast is heavy, but the joints are tough as well. You can see more of this beautiful molded in details here at the waist as well as the chest. Some very nice asymmetrical designs. Got some more of those nice paint ups here at the shoulders. If you look lower at the knees, again, very Grimlock-esque, but just more Dinobot-esque, I guess. The knee pads have that beautiful green tone. Again, this dark plastic, clear plastic with some painted details underneath. I do really like that. That's very creative and nicely done. These die-cast feet are in gold. Very nice gold die-cast. And some more nice molding here at the waist. My only one concern is the... I did have to do a little of my own paintwork. You probably can't really... Well, I don't think you really see it at all on camera, but I know it's there. Is right up here, there is some a paint chip that wasn't originally a paint chip. What it was is that green plastic on the knee. Obviously, when they were dealing with this figure, when they're painting it, a drop of that fell right there, and so I knew it was going to be trouble. I took an X-Acto knife, and I knew it was going to give me trouble, but I wanted to get rid of it. It was just bugging me. So I chipped it off, and then I just painted over it with silver paint. And it's really annoying and unfortunate when stuff like that happens, because this thigh in general was having a lot of paint issues. There was some red on the back. Wasn't nearly as bad as that green, but there was some red paint splatter on the back that I just painted over in silver. Some paint flakes that chipped off. Not major. Again, this is nothing major. The only major thing was this green. If it sounds bad, it's not. It honestly did not look bad at all. You wouldn't notice unless I'm saying it. But the thing is, it's like, you're paying a lot of money for this figure. You should get a figure worth the money. You pay $200 for this figure, you should get a $200 figure. So the other thigh was fine, but this one was it just took quite a beating that I had to do some of my own paintwork, and it's unfortunate that that happens, because you expect quality when you're paying for quality. So I just wanted to mention that. I also want to point out real quick, you can see this abdomen area is actually very nicely done in a metallic red. I don't know why, but it looks really nice. It's like a cherry metallic that just looks very beautiful. It's just, I wish they could have done some more of that all over, but yeah, that looks fantastic. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of glad they only kept it there, because if they had done it all over, I feel like it would have taken away from the G1 feel. Because G1 feel was pretty basic. I mean, just a generic, probably generic red. So very nicely done, and they put in exactly what they needed. So Scoria does come with a second head, so if you want to interchange his face to make it a little more cartoon accurate, you can, because In the cartoon, he did have a fully red face, but the silver face does look nice, and I think I'll just leave the silver face. But he also comes with another faceplate. You just have to unscrew the 4 screws at the back of the head, and you can put in his new face. And he also comes with a red. He has a screaming silver face, a regular silver face, a screaming red face, and a regular red face. So very cool that they did that. I'm glad they included some little extra bonus features, just because I always do love those little bonus accessories. Scoria does come with a few more accessories as well. He comes with his really awesome sword, which is very nicely done in red plastic, clear plastic, as well as chrome. And you can see mine does have a chip in the chrome. That is because trying to get it into the slot, this is just 2 tabs. Getting into the slot in his hands is very difficult. They don't even sit that securely. What mostly holds it together is these fingers. They have intense joints. But yes, that's unfortunate that the chrome has already given me trouble. But very nicely done. It does have a light up feature, but I don't have the batteries for it. They're those little round dime looking batteries that are always so complicated to find. But he does have a button at the bottom. So yeah. But the red clear plastic helps. So that looks cool. Let's go ahead and put that in. So there he is with the sword. It is pretty much just his hands, the fingers holding it together more than the peg. These peg holes really suck with the pegs, which is unfortunate, but it's something you have to deal with. He also comes with this really nice looking blaster. I really do like it. I think it looks really cool. Again, takes the same batteries, peg at the bottom. Don't have any batteries for it, but I imagine it looks awesome. So let's put this same peg problem. Doesn't stay in that securely. Mostly I just use the fingers as a secure way of holding it together. So let's get the thumb out of the way. The gun is a little more secure, but the thing is, when I put the gun in his hand, it kind of makes it want his hand to droop. See? I don't know why. I mean, if you hold it at a certain point, it's fine, but get a little too low and you got some trouble. But very nice accessories. I think they look really good. So again, we have Grimlock here with these 2 extra bits that came with earlier. And I'm going to show you what they do. What you do is you take the foot and you just want to slide this in on both sides. They just slide in very well, I must say. If you can line it up, I'm not lining it up right, obviously. There we go. So just line him up. And now he is taller. Yes, they give him pumps. He needed some added length to him. So that way now he scales a tad better with Scoria. You could see not quite tall enough, I think. I think he should be another head taller. But it's better than nothing. They didn't have to throw that in, and they did. So I appreciate it. This transformation isn't honestly as bad as I make it look. It's just doing it on camera is difficult. I think that goes for every big Transformer. You may see me having trouble transforming them on camera, but that's just because they're big, and especially for a guy like this with all the diecast, it's kind of heavy. So I may be struggling with it, but it's not that bad. If I was doing this off camera, it'd be no problem, and so don't think of this as a difficult figure to transform. It's very cool. I very much like the transformation. It's very unique, innovative. All the pieces just fold away. No more robot mode pieces in Triceratops mode. No more Triceratops pieces. Well, except for the head, really, and the silver feet. But other than that, really everything goes away. These panels, they're purposely done just because that's design. The design is these are supposed to be kind of like wing pieces, so I'm not counting that. But the Triceratops modes, obviously you can see it in robot mode because again, that's part of the design, I think. But there's that, and then these pieces, which is again part of the design. I'm sure if they wanted to, they could make it fold away, but then it wouldn't look exactly like Slag did in the G1 cartoon. So overall, this is a very awesome figure. I highly recommend it if you're a fan of G1, you like the Masterpiece, you're collecting the Masterpiece, get him. I'm excited for the rest of the line. So anyways, guys, don't forget to follow me on Tumblr at Mecation and Instagram at Mechas of Ironheart. You can see all my upcoming purchases, what's coming out in the future from various companies, anything like that, just pictures I put in general. I did put a lot of pictures of him up, so you can look forward to that. Also, don't forget to comment, like, or subscribe to these videos. I really much appreciate them. I like talking to you guys. Anyways, guys, this has been Cyberman. Have a great day.